great feats of engineering have turned the impossible into reality. Bridges span oceans, towers pierce the clouds, and transport systems conquer the harshest terrains. In space, an artificial research station orbits the Earth daily, while underground, massive machines operate silently beneath cities. Engineering not only meets today's needs, but also opens new visions for the future. And now, let's explore the most remarkable wonders of modern engineering. Skybridge 721 in the Jeseniki Mountains of the Czech Republic stands as a fusion of untouched nature and modern human engineering. Completed in 2022, this 721-meter bridge became a new European wonder, attracting tens of thousands of adventure seekers each year. Every step on the bridge is a dialogue between gravity, wind, and courage, blurring the line between humanity and nature. The walkway is made of transparent metal mesh, allowing you to look directly down and feel the immense depth beneath your feet. Only 1.2 meters wide and suspended 95 meters above the valley, it connects two mountain slopes through massive steel cables. Skybridge 721 is not just a structure, but an experience where fear transforms into freedom as you cross your own limits. Burj Khalifa stands as humanity's greatest landmark, rising 2,717 feet with 163 floors, defining 21st century architecture. Built in the center of Dubai, the tower embodies a nation's ambition to rise beyond the desert and redefine its destiny. Its LED lighting system can display over 16 million colors, creating global light shows broadcast to millions of viewers. During construction, winds above 2,000 feet could shift cranes, forcing engineers to work at night when temperature and air were stable. Inside, Burj Khalifa functions as a vertical city with more than 900 apartments, 37 office floors, and the Armani Hotel, designed by Giorgio Armani. Today, it stands as a global gathering point, where visitors witness the symbol of human ambition and limitless creative power. The Three Gorges Dam represents humanity's boldest attempt to control nature, a project whose size and influence exceed ordinary engineering limits. During construction, engineers had to redirect the entire river in just 30 minutes, an operation once considered impossible. The dam stands about 607 feet tall and 7,660 feet long, with 32 turbines of 700 megawatts each powering millions of homes. It was built to prevent floods, generate massive energy, and open vital inland navigation routes along the Yangtze River. Today, it remains not only an engineering symbol, but a testament to how far humanity dares to reshape its own planet. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge marks a monumental milestone in engineering history where humanity built the longest sea-crossing passage ever made. It was constructed to link three major economic centers, forming the first intersea transportation network of the 21st century. The project not only reduced travel time from several hours to about half an hour, but also united the entire Greater Bay Area, the fastest-growing hub of technology and trade in Asia. Every year, the bridge saves more than $1 billion in logistics costs and increases regional trade by more than 20%. Each tower rises over 650 feet, anchored deep into bedrock, strong enough to resist violent waves and typhoon-force winds, showing humanity's defiance of nature. When night falls, the illuminated steel arc glows above the sea, a shining artery that connects three worlds and the human will to reach beyond. Palm Jumeirah is Dubai's bold creation, where humans expanded the limits of survival between desert and ocean through intelligence and engineering. The project was built to expand the shoreline, develop luxury, housing and tourism, representing the Gulf nation's economic transformation. More than 144 million cubic yards of sand and 7.7 million tons of rock were precisely placed using GPS, forming over 1,300 acres at sea. Engineers applied vibration-based ground compaction and built an outer crescent with water channels to stabilize the structure and sustain marine balance. The project's central control hub used satellite monitoring to track sand movement every hour, preventing ground shifts and settlement. Today, Palm Jumeirah stands as a global destination where visitors witness the union of natural power and human creation. Bailong Elevator is the tallest outdoor elevator in the world, anchored to a sandstone cliff over 1,000 feet high in southern China. The project's purpose was to shorten the mountain ascent from hours to 2 minutes, allowing visitors to reach the summit without damaging the natural terrain. The system has 3 double-deck glass elevators moving at about 10 feet per second, serving more than 18,000 people daily and operating year-round. Its steel and glass frame is firmly fixed to the cliff with seismic sensors, load control systems, and automatic brakes, ensuring safety under all conditions. After opening, Bailong Elevator reduced nearly half of tourist waste and significantly limited trail erosion inside the protected area. Today, it stands as proof of China's engineering vision and sustainable tourism strategy in preserving its natural heritage. The Falkirk Wheel is a unique engineering masterpiece where water and steel merge to lift boats over a 100-foot height in central Scotland. Standing 115 feet tall and weighing about 1,200 tons, it raises vessels in under 5 minutes with remarkably low energy use. Inaugurated in 2002, the project revived a 22-mile canal network, forgotten for more than a century. The Falkirk Wheel reflects Britain's industrial revival, blending 19th-century heritage with 21st-century precision in a flawless rotation. The wheel's twin curved arms were inspired by a Celtic battle axe and a salmon tail, both ancient emblems of Scotland. Today, hundreds of thousands of visitors come yearly to witness its perfectly timed motion, a global icon of mechanical excellence. Yaxi Expressway in Sichuan, China, is known as the road above the clouds, where humanity challenges the harshest terrain in Asia. The highway cut travel time between Ya'an and Xichang from 10 hours to 4.5, creating a vital economic lifeline for southwest China. The 240-kilometer route includes over 270 bridges and 25 tunnels, with more than half its length elevated or underground. It became the world's first mountain expressway to use real-time satellite and radar weather systems, predicting landslides hours before they occur. Seismic and landslide sensors line the entire route, ensuring safety in a region often struck by earthquakes and heavy snow. Yaxi Expressway is hailed as China's greatest mountain highway marvel, a monument to human ingenuity that redefined the limits of nature. Amid Dubai's desert, the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park stands as the Middle East's greatest symbol of green ambition. With a planned capacity of 5,000 megawatts and a 263-meter tower, the complex can power millions of homes each year. Spanning over 77 square kilometers, millions of panels shimmer like a silver carpet stretching across windswept sands. The giant solar tower can store heat for 15 hours, allowing the plant to generate electricity long after the sun has set. In temperatures above 45 degrees, thousands of engineers built mirrors and panels resistant to sandstorms, maintaining efficiency in extreme desert conditions. The International Space Station stands as a symbol of human cooperation beyond Earth, where humanity transformed orbit into a shared laboratory for all nations. Measuring 358 feet long and weighing over 925,000 pounds, it consists of more than 100 modules assembled entirely in microgravity. Built since 1998, it represents collaboration among the United States, Russia, Japan, Canada, and Europe, proving science can rise above political boundaries. Its 8 massive solar arrays produce around 90 kilowatts of power, enough to sustain a small neighborhood on Earth. Operating continuously for over 2 decades, the station circles Earth 16 times a day, traveling at nearly 17,000 miles per hour. The International Space Station remains not just an engineering marvel, but a testament to humanity's desire to surpass the limits of space and time. The Golden Gate Bridge stands as proof of humanity's ability to turn natural obstacles into a global symbol where steel and fog merge on America's horizon. Completed in 1937, after 7 years of construction, it required more than 10,000 tons of steel and 600,000 rivets, marking a 20th century engineering triumph. Stretching 1.7 miles across the Pacific Gateway, it was once deemed impossible to complete due to violent winds and swirling currents. Its distinct orange-red hue, known as International Orange, was chosen to stand out in fog while blending with the coastal landscape. The suspension cables are maintained manually by a dedicated crew, taking nearly 4 years to repaint the entire bridge once. As you approach the Golden Gate Bridge, the sensation is not merely of crossing, but of witnessing humanity and nature testing each other's limits. Gardens by the Bay marks Singapore's turning point in transforming its city into a living organism where nature and technology evolve together. The super trees, towering between 80 and 160 feet, function as biological engines, harvesting solar energy and recycling rainwater to sustain life. Built on more than 250 acres of reclaimed land, it represents the city in a garden vision and a new model of sustainable living. The entire garden runs partly on renewable energy. It generates itself, cutting the city's annual carbon emissions significantly. The project fuses architecture, biology, and engineering, creating a new paradigm of urban nature as a self-sustaining, intelligent organism. Today, Gardens by the Bay stands as a global icon of green innovation, proving that human progress only matters when life itself endures. Barney Hills is one of Asia's most unique mountain resorts where nature and human creation meet over 4,800 feet above sea level. The modern project was created to promote green economy, reduce tourism pressure on lowlands, and maintain ecological balance between the mountains and central cities. In 1901, French engineers found its climate similar to the Alps and built Indochina's first mountain resort, leading Vietnam's highland tourism history. The area maintains an exceptionally stable climate, with an average temperature of about 64 degrees Fahrenheit all year, making it ideal for rest and recovery. Each cable car line can carry more than 7,000 passengers per hour, making it the most powerful mountain tourism system in Southeast Asia. Bana Hills now welcomes over 5 million visitors every year, contributing to the regional economy and standing as a symbol of Vietnam's sustainable tourism. Merdeka 118 rises over Kuala Lumpur like a colossal glass spire where technology, national identity, and Asian ambition converge in a single vertical line. The name Merdeka, meaning independence, reflects Malaysia's pride and freedom embodied in a structure of 21st century architecture. Built to reshape Kuala Lumpur's skyline, it unites offices, hotels, retail zones, and the region's highest observation deck. With more than 18,000 reflective glass panels and a spire 160 meters tall, the tower glows like a crystal in the tropical sky. The Merdeka skydeck, nearly 700 meters high, lets you view the entire city and even the curvature of the Earth with the naked eye. From that height, you see not just a city, but how humanity redefines the limits of the Earth itself. Marina Bay Sands is Singapore's modern statement showing how human intellect can shape a global symbol beyond spatial limits. Three towers, 55 stories tall, are connected by the Sky Park, stretching about 1,100 feet and weighing over 7,000 tons of steel, representing international engineering power. It serves as a 21st century strategic hub where economy, tourism, art, and science merge into one unified system. Beneath the Sky Park, the Infinity Pool rises over 600 feet above the city, allowing visitors to view the entire skyline and feel suspended in mid-air. Its lighting, water, air, and safety systems are digitally controlled nationwide, efficiently serving more than 10 million visitors annually. Today, Marina Bay Sands stands not only for Singapore, but for Asia's will, proving that human intelligence can reshape the world's horizon. In Dubai, on the man-made Blue Waters Island off Dubai's coast, is the tallest and largest observation wheel on Earth. Offering a full 360-degree journey, it reveals the skyline from towering skyscrapers to the turquoise gulf below. Built by experts from more than 10 countries, it used the world's 2 largest cranes to assemble its massive steel columns over the sea. The wheel's LED system of more than 250,000 lights turns it into a giant screen that displays images across the entire city. Rising 250 meters and built with 9,000 tons of steel, it stands as a symbol of UAE's ambition and engineering mastery. As the cabin moves, you watch Dubai glow beneath the sunset and feel suspended inside the world of tomorrow. The Karakoram Highway, linking Pakistan and China, is the highest road on Earth, cutting through the harsh Karakoram Range. Stretching over 800 miles, it winds along cliffs above 15,000 feet, where glaciers rest just steps from the edge. Built under brutal conditions, it became a symbol of cooperation and a trade lifeline between South and Central Asia. A network of sensors now monitors temperature, rain, and ground movement to warn of landslides and protect travelers. The road crosses a young mountain range prone to landslides, so engineers created hazard maps to secure its infrastructure. At its highest curves, travelers feel the thin line between life danger and the triumph of human creation. One World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, New York, rises as a 21st century declaration, redefining the limits of human capability. Standing 1,776 feet tall, its height recalls the year of American independence, blending history with engineering pride. During design, engineers simulated wind and light to create glass panels that reflect the city differently through each moment of the day. More than 4,000 engineers and workers labored for 8 years, building a steel and glass body able to endure both nature and time. As night falls, One World Trade Center glows above New York, declaring that humanity will always overcome its own shadows. From the sky above Lisbon, the Vasco da Gama Bridge appears as a steel thread stretched between ocean and land, a symbol of timeless engineering. Stretching more than 10 miles with 6 main sections and a central cable span of 1,400 feet, it unites strength and flexibility. Built to reshape Lisbon's transport infrastructure, the bridge links two of Portugal's most vital economic regions. Its concrete surface is coated with a self-cleaning protective layer, allowing resistance to sea salt and acid rain for decades. More than 3,000 engineers and workers labored for 18 months, enduring constant winds and unpredictable tides. Today, as you drive across the bridge above the open Atlantic, every span reminds you how humanity turned limitation into passage. Abraj al-Bait rises above the holy city of Mecca as a colossal tower of faith and technology, symbolizing Saudi Arabia's spiritual and structural power. The clock face spans 43 meters, illuminated by over 2 million LED lights visible from nearly 30 kilometers away during the night. Built to serve millions of pilgrims each year, it unites accommodations, shopping centers, and vast prayer halls across the sacred desert. The complex includes 7 towers, with the central clock tower surrounded by smaller structures ranging from 230 to 280 meters. Abraj al-Bait provides more than 10,000 permanent jobs, boosting tourism and reducing the nation's reliance on oil. When the clock chimes across Mecca, it marks not just time, but the heartbeat of an endless faith. The Akashi Kaikyo Bridge stands as Japan's modern engineering icon, turning the rough Akashi Strait into a permanent link between Awaji Island and Kobe. Construction began in 1988 after a ferry disaster that killed 168 people, leading to the creation of the world's safest bridge. Stretching 3,911 meters with a main span of 1,991 meters, it remains an unbeaten world record. The total length of its 2 main cables exceeds 4,000 meters, using 290,000 wires, enough to circle the Earth nearly 7 times. Each main cable contains 37,000 steel strands, with a tensile strength equal to 20,000 tons, allowing it to withstand winds of 80 kilometers per hour. Standing atop the bridge and looking down at the swirling currents, you witness nature's limits bent by human intelligence. The Vehicle Assembly Building stands as America's engineering symbol, a steel cathedral built to host humanity's journeys into the cosmos. It serves as the core of the US space program, where Saturn V, the space shuttle, and the Space Launch System rockets were assembled for space exploration. With an interior volume of about 3.7 million cubic meters, its space is vast enough to form real clouds under high humidity. Its 139-meter-tall segmented doors open slowly over several minutes, revealing the precision and magnitude of its structure. The building's front displays a 64-meter-tall American flag painted 37 meters wide using more than 9,000 liters of storm-resistant paint. Standing before the vehicle assembly building, you feel humanity's technological power, where will reaches the sky, and dreams extend into infinity. Starship is the massive rocket developed by SpaceX in Boca Chica, Texas, where humanity's dream of leaving Earth is being built from layers of shining steel. Designed to carry both cargo and humans to Mars, Starship lays the foundation for the creation of a second civilization beyond our planet. Standing more than 120 meters tall and weighing over 5,000 tons, it is the most powerful launch vehicle ever constructed. Each Raptor engine produces more than 230 tons of thrust, powered by methane and liquid oxygen that can be generated directly on Mars for return flights. When Starship ignites over the Texas desert, it is more than a launch. It is humanity reaching for the future. Between red cliffs and rushing rivers, the Lashan giant Buddha rises like a prayer carved in stone where faith meets nature in eternal harmony. Built over nearly a century, it was the vow of monk Haitong to calm the raging floods that once devastated Sichuan. Standing 71 meters tall, with 7-meter ears and 28-meter shoulders, each toe can hold hundreds of people, symbolizing ancient human grandeur. The statue's eyes were designed to reflect sunlight, and the river below giving its gaze a lifelike presence through every hour of day and night. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1996, it remains a timeless fusion of faith and engineering mastery. Each year, more than 5 million pilgrims arrive to stand at its feet, feeling how ancient hands once touched eternity through belief. Angkor Wat in northern Cambodia stands as a colossal masterpiece of stone, representing the peak of the ancient Khmer Empire. Built between 1113 and 1150, it required tens of thousands of laborers working nearly 40 years without interruption. The name Angkor Wat, meaning City of Temples, reflects a vision to unite humans and gods within one sacred center. Millions of tons of sandstone were moved over 20 miles through canals, proving extraordinary technical and organizational skills. Archaeologists discovered that the temple was precisely aligned with the sun's path during the equinox, revealing advanced Khmer astronomical knowledge. In civilization terms, Angkor Wat marks the pinnacle of Khmer architecture, surpassing the classical legacies of Greece and Rome. Hoover Dam lies between Nevada and Arizona, a colossal engineering wonder that turned the desert into the power heart of modern America. Its turbines generate more than 4 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity each year, powering over 1 million people across the American Southwest. Rising 726 feet high and stretching 1,200 feet long, it holds over 3 million cubic yards of concrete, enough to pave a road from San Francisco to New York. Temperatures inside the canyon sometimes exceeded 122 degrees, forcing workers to labor at night and engineers to build a special cooling system within the dam. The creation of Lake Mead altered regional geology, triggering over 600 tremors and claiming at least 96 lives during construction. Hoover Dam remains proof of human power and ambition, where intellect turned violent nature into an eternal legacy.
subscribe to my channel.